So my ultimate Thai beef salad. This one comes straight from my mum's recipe book. This is a childhood favorite of mine. I can't wait to show you guys how to make it. So there are a couple of really key things that we need to get right to get this Thai beef salad like perfection. So first of all, we're going to start off with the marinade and the dressing. So I'm using some palm sugar here. Now this is a really firm palm sugar. It's generally the type of palm sugar that you get outside of Thailand, and it just requires a little bit of shaving. So shaving the palm sugar like this helps it to dissolve more easily in the marinade and the dressing. Okay, so I just want a little bit of that sugar for my marinade, and the rest I'm going to set aside for later for the dressing. Now I want some fish sauce as well. Now this marinade is where I go a little bit rogue from my family recipe. My mum would just straight out grill the steak. I like to add this little extra step. So I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper as well. I'm using ribeye steak, or also called Scotch fillet steak today, but you could use any kind of cut of steak that you prefer. Now the steak goes in there, and guys, this is an intense marinade. That fish sauce is strong and pungent, and I don't need that sugar to work its magic for very long, so this only needs a couple of minutes. So while that beef is marinating, I'll do my dressing. Now dressing is very simple. We take the palm sugar that we shaved off earlier. Now if palm sugar is not something you can find locally, you could use a light brown sugar, or even just some regular white sugar would be fine. Okay, and we want, again, some fish sauce and then some lime juice. And I'm just sort of squishing down on it a little just to release all those juices inside. Okay, so just mix that through and just squish the palm sugar with the back of your spoon just to help it keep dissolving as it sits here on the bench top as well. Now, time to get the steaks cooking. So I'm just heating up my pan, and I'll add a little bit of oil. And now time for that magic moment where meat meets pan. I love that sizzle. So I'm going to leave this first side on quite a high heat so we can get some really good color going. Okay, now that's looking really good, and see how just that little bit of sugar has really helped us get that beautiful caramelization on the outside of that steak. Now it's time for part two, which is where we try to cook the meat through evenly through the center. So I'm going to turn the heat down, and what I'm looking for is the kind of pressure you would feel when you push down on that part of your palm. And I'm just going to keep turning and flipping every so often until I can feel that meat. Now that's going to be a nice medium rare. So I'll take that off, and I want to let that rest for a good 5 to 10 minutes. In the meantime, we can get our salad ingredients ready. Okay, so first up we just want a small onion. Just want to cut that into thin wedges, and we want a tomato. So when I was little, my mum used to use cherry tomatoes as well, so you could totally use those. And some cucumber. Now I like to take the seeds out for this one because I find that the seeds tend to make the salad a little watery. So I like to chop my cucumber into irregular little pieces. And now for the herbs. So this is one of the things that I just love about Thai salads. The herbs are not some little garnish that goes on top. The herbs form part of the salad. They're like another vegetable. So don't be shy with the herbs. And I've got some coriander that I'm using, and I love to use the stems as well. So I'm chopping those up along with the leaves. And I want some spring onion as well. And now the major herb flavor for this salad is mint. So I'm going to pick off some nice leaves of those. And then some chilies. So I'm using this large red chili, which really has more of a capsicum flavor. And now our beef has had ample time to relax. And I want to slice this as fine, as thin as you can get it, because the lime juice and the dressing will continue cooking and soaking into the meat as well. Okay, so we just add our beef into the rest of our ingredients. I'll just give that dressing one final stir. You can see that that palm sugar is dissolved nicely in there. And then start spooning that over. Now I like to go with about half of the dressing first, and then just give this a bit of a mix and see where we're at. And now for the part where things get really pretty in that bowl. Okay, and now it's time to eat. Look at that, look at all those colors. Beautiful steak. And traditionally you would serve this with some rice on the side, but that's totally up to you guys.